Donald J. Trump, the GOP presidential candidate, is locking horns with BRICS now. During a recent rally in Wisconsin state, Trump threatened the developing economies over their plans to leave the dollar and form their own international currency. He warned, "If you're leaving the dollar, then forget about trading with the United States of America, because we will impose 100% tariff on you." He also said that losing dollar supremacy would be like losing a war. He added, "We can't let that happen." Media reports added that Trump's remarks came after he held discussions with his economic advisors about how to penalize allies or adversaries who actively attempt to participate in bilateral trade in currencies. Nations like Russia, China, India, Saudi Arabia, and Iran have been doing that a lot of late. Last year, BRICS nations even held a summit to issue de-dollarization. In Russia, the Chinese yuan has replaced the US dollar as the most widely used currency for cross-border trade. The Russian currency is also widely used in trade settlements, which helps keep the economy alive during sanctions. Let's be honest, Trump is not factually incorrect. For US to maintain its global hegemony, dollar supremacy is a fundamental need. The US economy benefits a lot from this. This makes it easier for America to get loans. America issues its bonds every year and borrows currency from the people. This makes it easier for the US economy to continue to grow. Japan has bought bonds worth $1 trillion of America, while China has bought bonds worth $750 billion. Even today, the US currency still accounts for 59% of the foreign exchange reserves in the first quarter of 2024. But BRICS wants to change this equation for obvious reasons. The way the US has weaponized dollars in international economy and diplomatic spheres has weakened its reputation as a reliable tool for cross-border trade. For instance, US has imposed thousands of sanctions on Russia that bar it from using dollar for international trade. By doing that, US caused a lot of inconvenience not just for Russia but also for its economic partners, including American friends in Asia and the Middle East. That's why BRICS nations have been taking steps to ensure financial stability. Trump should stop thinking that BRICS is out on a mission to hurt American interests. Instead, they just want to secure their own. If Trump really intends to convince BRICS not to drift away from dollar, he should take measures to boost the world's confidence in the American system and currency. Trump must first stop brazen weaponization of dollar, a policy that extremist Democrats have supported in the past. For example, in April this year, US pseudo-president Joe Biden signed into a law measure granting him new powers to seize Russian dollars to aid Ukraine's reconstruction. The measure had sparked concern from many Republican lawmakers who were worried it will undermine the role of the US dollar in the global financial system. Not to mention that sanctions on China and Russia are particularly driving greater diversification away from the dollar, particularly in commodity markets. So before issuing an open threat to BRICS over dumping the dollar, Trump should tell whether he will remove all unilateral sanctions imposed on Russia, barring it from using dollar, whether he will encourage free use of dollar even by America's adversaries, whether he will guarantee that Washington will never weaponize dollar in international trade. If the answer to all these questions is yes, then Trump and BRICS nations surely can find a way to reconcile. If not, we should better brace for a world full of turmoil and economic instability.